Good morning from Off-Grid Acres. I've been a pretty busy bee these last few weeks, especially since I'm not working at the fitness center at the moment. So to start off with, this machine here, finally got it assembled. So today I hope to be mulching a lot of sage. I'm trying to clear out some of the sage so that the other things can grow and have a bit more of an open space like you can see back there. I think it just looks a lot nicer to have that open space. So the box finally got so torn up by the weather and the dog's peeing on it that I was forced to get it assembled, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see. I have pretty much finished my shed over here where I have created a couple of areas for the chickens to perch. The chicklets are now residing in here as well at nighttime. They have their own little area separate from the chickens, but here you can see I have, this is where the hens are staying and this is where the chicklets are staying, and I have a lot of space where now I can get organized, which I'm beginning to do, as you can see there. These screens came from screen doors I purchased at Home Depot that I replaced with solar screen to keep some of the heat out of my house. As you can see here, I've even used the door of the shed to store some of my tools. The door here, this is my new air conditioner, I like to call it. You want to be cool, go old school. So here's the new door that I painted, trimmed, just a bit wide, so I had to trim it a little bit. So I trimmed it, painted it, and then I put in the new solar protection screen on it to help keep some of the heat out of my house. I also put that screen on all of my windows, switched out the old, and I am now a fur baby grandmother. My Amy, the white cat, produced 5 little kittens, 3 girls and 2 boys. So that's something I'll have to get fixed. Soon I'll have to make a trip to San Antonio and get that done at the Humane Society. And then I also put these curtains up, not only to help protect from the wind when I'm cooking here on my grill, but also to give the little fur babies their shade. Amy keeps wanting to move the kittens to somewhere cooler, which is usually under a house or a shed. But I really want them close by so that nobody gets a hold of them, like the dogs or the cats or anything. So inside my house I've done some work. I did some organizing here. I switched out my other tap that I had for my washing dishes and whatnot. I'm using this camping one. It seems to work a lot better for my source of water inside. And got my spice rack there. I got it from the camper and moved it over here. And then instead of having a shower unit here, I've decided to put in a laundry room. One of the things that I didn't like about living in a normal house is you'd end up with rooms that you never use, maybe once in a while if there was a guest, but I really like to utilize all that I can in a space, actually on a daily basis if possible. So instead of having another shower put into my little tiny house, I just go over to the blue house to shower when I want to get cleaned up. So, and then my rabbits kept getting out. It was a daily chore trying to get them back. Made it easier to have traps that I could just trap them in, but having to do that every day kind of waned on me a bit. So I went ahead and got them a cage that they can't get out of, and when I can create a run. I even branded them so I could keep track of them. It was actually red, white, and blue. The white meaning that they didn't get a, you can see red, white, and blue. Didn't get a marking. My ducks have grown. My nephew Anthony says they look like cows. And they're learning to use their pool, which I need to move into the run. I rearranged the run to make it thinner and longer. There's the chicklets. You can see one over there has gotten out, and I hope to get them back in at some point. I'll be glad when they're all free ranging. And then this run will probably become a run for the rabbits once I can secure it and make sure they can't get out of it. Let's see, what else have I been doing? You know, there's so many things that I just do it and don't think anything of it. I was having problems walking on these rocks, these big rocks I had collected from the property, so I created these little spots of flat rock and then painted them to create stepping spots for myself as I go from inside the house to the back there to collect water or run a generator or whatever it may be. So I think though I'm going to end up having to cement them probably. I'm sure there's other things that I've done. I just can't think of what they are right now. So anyway, I'll share with you if I remember the next video. I'll share them with you. There's my dogs. We just went for a walk. They've eaten, so now they're taking a rest in this cool morning. And I will say goodbye, or have a good day anyway, and we'll see you soon.